Pozdravljeni v oddaji v ravnovesju. Ob današnjem hitrem tempu življenja je dobro imeti kakšno aktivnost, ki nas umirja, harmonizira, uravnoveša naše telo, in duha. Ena takšnih aktivnosti je tudi joga. Joga je že od davnine poznan in cenjen način vadbe, s katerim vplivamo na telo, dušo in duha, da lahko delujejo v ravnovesju. Z vajami joge blažimo vsakdanje obremenitve, saj krepijo telo, dihanje in sposobnost, da se sproščeno soočamo z življenjskimi izzivi. Fizični del joge je sestavljen iz pranajam, vaj dihanja, ter asan, telesnih vaj in položajev. Če redno vadimo, lahko pričakujemo izboljšanje krvnega obtoka, večjo prožnost mišic, večjo odpornost proti boleznim, večjo prožnost hrbtenice ter še marsikaj. Joga pa je lahko tudi način življenja ter individualna pot do samospoznanja. Zato obstajajo različne vrste joge. 4 med njimi pa veljajo za glavne. Vsakdo si izbere tisto, ki najbolj ustreza njegovi starosti, značaju, sposobnostim, okusu, stopnji duhovnega razvoja ter življenjskim okoliščinam. Karma joga je pot dejanj in dela. Izbirajo jo predvsem dejavni ljudje. Uči nas nesebičnega ravnanja brez misli na dobiček ali nagrado. S tem, ko se odpovemo sadovom svojih dejanj, se učimo čistiti ego. Bhakti joga je pot ljubezni in predanosti. Medtem ko joga pomeni povezati se, bhakti joga pomeni povezati se z Bogom ob pomoči ljubečega, transcendentalnega služenja. To je brezpogojna ljubezen iz srca. Bitja, ki so razvila znanje o svoji pravi identiteti, spoznajo, da so sestavni delci božanskega in mu začnejo služiti z ljubeznijo. Džana joga je pot spoznanja in modrosti. Gre za iskanje osnovne resnice, ki je v ozadju vsega. Primerna je za človeka z racionalnim in filozofskim značajem, takšnega, ki želi razumeti transcendentalno resnico. Rešiti hoče skrivnost rojstva, smrti in namen življenja. Raja joga je sistem joge, ki je najbolj edinstven, saj združuje glavne poteze vseh drugih sistemov. Je joga razuma, najvišja, kraljevska joga. Primerna je za mističen temperament in kontemplativni tip človeka. Vključuje uporabo tehnik duševnega samoobvladovanja in meditacijo. Usmerjena je v obvladovanje in izboljševanje umskih funkcij. What is yoga to you?
Well, yoga, of course, everyone knows means to yoke together, to join together, to synthesize and bring together as one separate elements. And so yoga is to relieve your feeling of separateness, of feeling that you are existential and separated from the world. So it really is to make you feel that you're one with all. And it is a science, it is not a religion. It's a process by which you can feel this unity with all of nature and with all of life.
There are many types of yoga. Some maybe deal more with our physical body, and others are more of a philosophy or science.
Well, they're all connected. We have Raja Yoga, Nada Yoga, Laya Yoga, Nada Yoga, Hatha Yoga. There are so many different versions of yoga. They all have the same end result, which is the unification of the individual with the all that is around that person. And also physically, yes, to maintain healthy ductless gland secretions of your hormones into your bloodstream, to cleanse the bloodstream of its carbon deposits and its toxic elements, to make sure that your flexibility and range of motion, your mobility, stays the way it should as you age in a healthy way. All of this is part of it.
So probably the best way is to combine different types, the physical exercises, asanas, and maybe breathing techniques and the whole way of life. Is it also beneficial if you do just one type, either just the asanas or just the breathing exercises?
It's all right to do any part of it, alone or together with another part. There's no restrictions in this way at all.
So we gain some benefits.
That's right. From the pranayama, just doing pranayama, because we breathe all the time, so this is okay. The other one is the stretching. Yes, we need to stretch. Also, to build up the mass of the bones and the muscles. So even weightlifting, resistance exercises, when you put the breath to it and then all of a sudden it becomes a yoga. So I know a lot of people are doing yoga called daily life yoga, and it's to make your whole life into a yoga.
Could you explain what is Kundalini and how does Kundalini Kriya Yoga work?
Kundalini is the original life force energy. When we're born, it enters into Sahasrara chakra, crown chakra, soft spot there, goes all the way down, curls up 3.5 times at the base of the spine, stays there until we leave the body. But in yoga, you tend to take this energy from the Muladhara chakra and bring it up through the chakras into the cerebral cortex of your brain, which is, of course, where the pineal gland is. And we use this yoga and the secretions of the hormones in the blood in order to feed the higher brain that's being developed. Even when you're very old, you're still making new brain cells in that area. So that's how we say wisdom develops as you get older.
Does yoga also apply to nutrition?
Yes, although, people have different nutritional needs. Depending on your genetics, I was raised on meat and potatoes. My ancestry on my mother's side comes from the old Yugoslavia. And so, so I have that in me as well. But later on I became a vegetarian for various reasons, But, so now I'm basically a vegetarian. So it all depends upon what part of your life you're in, how you've been upbringing. But the main thing is not to be prejudiced against somebody else's habits about what they eat.
Is it necessary, if we practice yoga, that we do it regularly, every day? Or is it beneficial also if we do it once a week, once a month, whenever we think of it?
Oh, I think so. I think that a little bit goes a long way, but more of it even goes farther. So it all depends on your lifestyle, I think, your time element, and your need. The gong and yoga really is there to fulfill the need of the person, because we want our lives to be better, more functional, less dysfunctional. We want our lives to be more valuable to not only ourselves, but to society as a whole. So how much you need to do is totally dependent upon you. It also helps you to develop your willpower. I think willpower is one of the great things that in our life we begin to lack. We begin to lay back because life is so easy. So we really need to keep our nervous system and our willpower strong. There are many different types of pranayama in yoga. I believe that the first one, the basic one, the Kundalini yoga, is called breath of fire. A breath of fire is an energizing breath. It's also a purification breath. It's the main breath in order to purify the bloodstream of the body, because we must have a clear and clean bloodstream in order to not only raise our consciousness, but also to start the process of self-healing. So breath of fire is very important. It's not the left-right nostril breathing that we usually do, but it's with both nostrils at the same time. And so it's just in and out your nose. It's like sawing wood outside. And if you do it for 31 minutes, it's equal to just one long deep breath. So this is the way you do it. You think of yourself as an animal or a dog. The dog goes and pants like that in order to cool off the body. Well, we do the same thing, except it's through the nose. Now, it seems like many breaths, but it's really considered only one if you don't stop the rhythm completely. And it's done through the navel point. This is the most important area. It's called the hara, the lower tantium, and in yoga we call it the manipura sac or fire sac. This is our digestive fire. When we're not digesting food, we can use this fire to heat up the spine, so that this energy that's latent at the base of the spine can rise up into our minds and our brains. So this breath of fire is rapid breathing, in and out. And push the navel in. On the exhale, it comes out by itself. And after a little while, even for a minute to 3 minutes, you'll find it altering your consciousness and making you very peaceful and happy. When you do breath of fire, just think of this air coming in and out of the nose. There is a nerve that goes from the tip of your nose, and we know this nerve very well when we sniff a flower or we smell incense. We can feel it at the tip of this pranic nerve. It goes right up to ajna, or the third eye point. By simply breathing in and out like this, you are taking the prana from the air and it's going into your nervous system. And then inhale, hold the breath lightly, concentrate at the eyes at the top of the head, feel the lift of the energy. And we always keep a little smile. And then we exhale. And we slowly relax. And an important thing to remember, of course, is you want your neck muscles to be relaxed. So after you do any exercises, stretching the neck muscles is one of the best things to do. I recommend this book to everybody, Autobiography of a Yogi, Paramahansa Yogananda, is translated in many languages. Very inspiring book, good reading. I read that when I was young, just a teenager, and I decided at that time I want to be a yogi. And of course, I have a great library at home. I could recommend 200 books for you to read, but really, the thing to do is to go to the shops and browse through there, and you'll be led to that book that is going to answer your need or your curiosity or what you really should be studying and contemplating on. The end of yoga is always samadhi or contemplation. It's when the creative processes are able to what we call go through an analogical process, so that we can build up our wisdom of life, and the intuition. So please read esoteric books, read all the books that you want to. I think I'm an avid book reader, and I keep up with all of the latest scientific developments in the world today. Science is now our most important thing to read. So please let your curiosity guide you in your life.
Kaj, če bi današnje popoldne ali katero drugo preživeli malce drugače? Odpravite se lahko na bližnji hribček, ali pa kar v gore. Obvezna oprema. Pobrskajte malo po hiši, po stanovanju in izbrskajte kaj koristnega. Naprimer, če najdete takšne čevlje z narezljanim podplatom, je to že v redu, če boste hodili po ravnem. Če pa se odpravljate kam više, je obvezna oprema takšen čevelj, ki vam dobro oprime gleženj in nudi vso oporo vaši nogi. V čevlje spadajo takšne nogavice, ki vam lepo podprejo prednji, zadnji, srednji in še ne vem kateri del noge. Baje so zelo koristne. Sploh, če se prvič odpravljate v gore ali pa če ste ljubitelj fotografije in ljubitelj narave hkrati, bo prav prišel fotoaparat, da zabeležite te lepe trenutke. Lahko spakirate tudi malo hrane, kakšen priboljšek, čokolada ponavadi dobro sede. Sicer pa, če se odpravljate na kakšen hribček ali goro, kjer boste na poti srečali kakšno kočo, vam bo najbolj zadišalo po zelo sladkanem, pristnem planinskem čaju in morda vas bo premamilo, da se ostavite tudi na kakšni joti ali čem podobnem. Prav zna priti tudi kakšna literatura, zemljevidi, če se zgubite, morda kompas, če ga znate uporabljati. Če vam zmanjka energije, razne energetske ploščice, čokolade, izotonični napitki, sama voda ni dovolj. Priročna stvar za sabo so tudi takšne pohodniške palice, sploh takšne, ki jim lahko nastavimo višino, ter jih na koncu zložimo in obesimo morda kar na zunanjo stran nahrbtnika. Primerne so predvsem za hojo navzdol, saj nam razbremenijo kolena. Dobro jih je pa uporabljati tudi kje druge, se pravi po ravnem ali v hrib, in s tem treniramo tudi te mišice. Nikoli ne veste, kdaj vas dobi dež, pršenje, kakšen slap, pod katerega bi želeli zlesti. Zato je dobro, da ima vaš anorak kapuco, da je vodoodporen, da vas ščiti tudi pred vetrom. Pod njega pa je dobro postaviti kakšen flis, pulover, kaj toplega, kar vas bo ščitilo tudi pred mrazom. Seveda, če se odpravljate v visokogorje, lahko tudi poleti vzamete s sabo kakšno kapo in rokavice, ker vam bodo najbrž prišle prav. Če se slučajno znajdemo v temi, da pade noč, da se znajdemo v zelo črnem gozdu, nam koristi takšna lučka, ki se ji reče čelka, in se jo namesti, ne boste verjeli, na čelo. Takole nekako. Potem pa sveti tja, kamor gledate, za nosom torej. Kam bomo vse to spravili? Najbolje, da si omislimo kakšen nahrbtnik z oporo in morda z takšnim neposebnim sistemom zapenjanja okoli pasu, ki nam razbremeni ramena. Ko imamo vse spakirano, samo še pot pod noge in dobro voljo ter nasmešek na obraz. Pa srečno!